What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. Happy Friday, TGIF, as the weekend is upon us. Jerome Powell spoke today. Let's see how the markets reacted. Actually, they rose. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. My analysis has been pretty good. We're going to take a look at altcoins because the focus, honestly, on this channel is making as much money through crypto as possible, and that is pretty much only done with altcoins, unless you already have wealth, which then you always want to make as much money as possible, but that also preservation of capital comes into play with that. So that's why we always talk about Bitcoin. Not so much for those of you that already have the wealth and want to accumulate, but because as Bitcoin goes, so goes the rest of the market. So we want Bitcoin to go as high as possible because that's how altcoins do their thing. But we're going to take a look at others. We're going to take a look at some altcoins that are moving, okay, and some other ones that can possibly move. We're going to take a look at as many charts as possible. And so without further ado, let's do this. Let's start with Jerome Powell's speech. I tuned in to watch it, and he came off as dovish, came off as positive. Basically, they are going to probably, depending on the data, but more than likely, they are on to the next part of it, which is the lowering of interest rates. Okay, the next part of their plan. Bitcoin surged past 61,000 after Fed Chair Jerome Powell expressed increased confidence that the U.S. inflation is on a substantial path back to 2% and indicated that the central bank may start lowering interest rates. The time has come for policy to adjust. The direction of travel is clear, and the timing and pace of rate cuts will depend on incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks, Powell said at the Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday. I'll add this. The broader economic indicators such as GDP and jobless claims suggest the economy is not in the same dire state as during the 2009 recession. He didn't say this, but that's pretty much what some people are, including myself, think that it looks like. All right, so those cuts are coming. The market fully expects one in September. So how did they price that in? By having an update. Okay, now I mentioned we could go back in here, but if we do stay above this, then we could see something like this, right? We could see something like this, right? And so maybe this has begun. It might not be exactly like this, but something similar. All right, maybe even just maybe that we start playing this, and maybe we don't come back down anymore. It would have to. I would like it, for me to come back and retest this area. I don't think we come back down today and come back in here, although stranger things have happened. But right now, Bitcoin 61,073. If I extend this line out like this, let me just see real quick. So if I extend it like that, then you can see how interesting we are stuck right here. But we broke right the last few days, right? We're stuck right here in between this little, I guess we're kind of like a alligator jaw, open mouth, right? Anyways, so right through here. Last 3 days, we've been kind of right here. And today, because of what Powell said, boom, it started moving up. Bitcoin, what I would like to see ideally is Bitcoin closing some bodies up here. Okay, that would be great. Maybe we do spend a little bit of time right here, reestablish this area as support, and then start moving up sometime in September. Or maybe retesting just below it, right? Just below it in September, and then after the first rate cut, then start moving up. But we'll see. Again, like I've mentioned in previous videos, between 69 and 58,000. Okay, anywhere there is not surprising. That's how we've been seeing it. Okay, that's how it's been happening since February 28th. So nothing really changes there. Obviously, the higher it is, the better. What I want to see and what I think will come sometime after that first rate cut is new all-time highs, breaking past this area up here between 73,000 and 69, just above here. Boom. Once we break through this area, which we have not been able to get through, there will be new all-time highs, and Bitcoin will go into price discovery, and then we'll have a bullish parabolic year, basically, as far as I see it. So right now, get your buys in, folks. Get your buys in. All right, so the markets reacted really well. Dow Jones the DXY, look at this, dropping below this descending line. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. First time in a while that we've been below it since we left it 21st of March 2024. Okay, so let's see what happens. Probably the next area where we will play at, if not just underneath this line, then down here at 100. Okay, right here, this little triangle right here that you see. How did the Dow Jones react to a little red? But after all these big moves right here, okay, now it's just turned green. Good. NASDAQ looking like it might want to turn green. Let's see how it closes later on. S&P 500 red for now. But after big moves, do you expect some? I expect some consolidations. I would expect consolidation. Bitcoin keeps moving up. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we hold above here, like I mentioned. But we will see what happens, guys. And now let's take a look at what you all came for. Altcoins, baby. Total 3. I'm sorry, others. Total market cap excluding the top 10. And remember, for a while we were just below this 200 billion market cap. We didn't know if it was going to come back down here and test this, but well, I guess it did for once, right? And then got wicked up. So that shows strength to me, and this is kind of solidifying that strength, that perception of strength that I saw. Broke right through the 200 million mark. We're at 212 billion mark. Broke through the 200 billion mark. We're right through. We're at 212 billion right now. At some point, I expect, obviously to consolidate a little bit more, or maybe we just start moving back up here and break up above this descending line, which would probably be the next area. Maybe some resistance slightly above at 225. But really, today, for example, if it got up there, I don't think so. That's 245 billion. Okay, I think it can do it. I think it will. Eventually, it'll go much higher, much higher. Right here, past this. Where I think it could eventually go somewhere around here. Somewhere around here is where I think we could possibly top out at. Okay, that's between 3.5. That's between 1 and 3.5 billion. Okay, total market cap. So market cap for basically all altcoins except the top 10. Yes, I said it. I believe it. That's why I think altcoins are going to have their run, man. They're going to have their run. When everyone was down, when altcoins were doing this and dropping and dropping and dropping, my portfolio went from a peak of $530,000 down to right here when it got stolen to $230,000. Okay, and then it got stolen, so I have zero. But yeah, and now it didn't drop more. I think that was the bottom right there, and I think from here it's looking like maybe even ideally a V-shaped type recovery, something like this in reverse. Boom, 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 boom. That would be pretty cool to see, and I think we will probably see it. Let's take a look at some performers right now. Okay, Nakamoto Games. Look at this chart. Whoa, Nakamoto Games showing some strength, right? Look at that. This is a nice little V-shaped recovery. $1.15 got to as low as 65 cents, guys. Unbelievable. Had a nice back to it. Anyways, Tectum. Look at that, showing some strength. Broke right through this area, $8.74. I think this was the bottom, $9.17. What it is right now, it's been as high as 44 bucks, guys. Okay, it's gonna go higher, I think. We'll see. Tectum Creo right here, been showing strength. Blew past this. Maybe we experience some resistance here at 3 cents, 3.4. Eventually, we will go sideways, but it's finally showing strength. I think. This one also looking like it bottomed out, and let's see if it continues. Inverse head and shoulders, so we could see this part right here. We could see something forming. Maybe at 0.034 comes down, it comes back down to 2.5, whatever it is, right? 0.025 makes the head. Once it breaks through that, you're looking at possibly, and this is pure prognostication, so more or less right around here, where it could break out at somewhere around here. You're looking at 5 cents at some point in the relative short term. Okay, if that is in fact, or it could just keep going up. All right. Creo, good game. Good gaming engine. Good project. And Soonverse giving up some of the gains that it made earlier today. It almost got up to 0.006. Right now it's at 0.0054. But I do like the stair step. Okay, this is pretty good. What goes up hard must come down as well. Okay, so that it's stair stepping. I think it's positive. I like this. This is very bullish. Soonverse also seems that it has bottomed out. And let's see what else. What would I be buying right now? Well, I think Citus also has moved up strongly. Yeah, look at that. Citus has moved up very strong. Another gaming play. Like I dare to say, gaming plays might be outperformers. The rest of this bull run. Okay, gaming plays might perform well. Sinverse underperforming so far, but that'll turn around. These guys are still working. Fundamentals are there. The technicals, I think, will catch up. So I mean, right now, man, if I had $2,500, I would buy some Sinverse, get about 1 million tokens. See this thing go to $1. That's $1 million on a $2,500 bet. And if I was wrong half, $500,000 on a $2,500 bet. I'll take that all day. What else would I be looking at? I'd be looking massively at Miggles. I mentioned to you guys that it wouldn't surprise me, right, that we came back down here and hit on some of these lines right here, right? And that's what I would be waiting for. I would be nibbling on this drop because I don't know if it does, okay? And it could, and again, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not saying it's probable. Right now, I'm like 50-50. Right now, I'm 50-50, but if it does drop like that, man, I would just be nibbling. I would be buying because Miggles, I think it could go to a 10 billion market cap. How much is that? It's $11.25 per Miggle. That's a 283x from current levels. A 283x from current levels, and it could go even higher. I think even as high as 20, which would be 27 bucks. This is 25 billion, so like say 23 bucks, something like that. 20 bucks at least. That's a 20 billion market cap, guys. And could it do it? Yeah, you bet your bottom dollar. You bet your sweet Aunt Jemima that it definitely can do it. Okay, so that's what I would be looking at. Let's take a look at Neural. I like this project. It gets a lot of views, it gets a lot of plays. I don't like the volume. 236,000. That's low. So I wouldn't put huge amounts of money in it. But the chart is new. Okay, and these are something that and again, this is also AI and gaming, right? Because they make 3D images for games, right? And if games are going to have a renaissance and outperform the rest, than they did the first half of this bull cycle, right? The bullish part of the cycle. On the second half, I think they're going to play catch up and they're going to outperform relative to how they did the first half of the cycle. I mean, the first half of the bull. Right, we are in the second half. We are in the last half, guys. Make no mistake about it. Okay, that is clear as day to me. I think I'm gonna be proven right as far as my calls, as far as the way I see the market, the way I've mentioned about the market, where I see Bitcoin, all of that. Time I think will prove me right. And hopefully some of you guys have been listening. All right, the couple of you that come to watch. Hopefully you guys have been listening, and my information content has helped you in some way, shape, or form. That's like the biggest goal for this channel, for what I'm trying to do here. Okay. And what else? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking very good, to be honest. I am extremely bullish. ETFs, by the way, for Bitcoin, continuing to be positive. Let's see if the Ethereum ETFs turn around. I'm sure they will. Given enough time, given enough Bitcoin price going up, more interest, retail's coming, more institutional are coming, second waves are coming. The recession fears that everyone had, for now, seem to be overblown. Okay, those fears were overblown. No one believed in the soft landing. I did, and because you got to look at so many different things and kind of come to a conclusion. I could have been wrong, and I've been wrong many times before, and I will be wrong in the future. But for the most part, I've been pretty good about this. So continue to check back in, man, because my analysis is good alpha. Guys, we're gonna leave it there. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff helps. With all that said, I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one. Peace.